What's up, my YouTube world? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We in the office today. We have had rain here, and I know some parts of the country haven't had any rain, but wait for a few of you to join. We have had rain here, so it started Tuesday, Wednesday. Hey, the rain started on Tuesday. Hello, Wednesday, and now it's Thursday. So I have not cut grass since Monday. Monday was a Memorial Day. It was the nicest day of the week. I cut a little bit on Tuesday, and I went out and cut one lawn last night. This is 700 is working good. So how do you deal with the rain? I'm going to give you how I deal with the rain. I am going to give you some tips. I'm going to give you some of the tips, some of the things that I do. So when it comes to rain, when you're solo, I really believe you got to be aggressive as a solo guy. What I mean by that is you got to almost be waiting with your truck and trailer ready to go at any given moment, even if it clears up for like 3 hours. At this point, though, where I live, just north of Pittsburgh, south of Erie, Pennsylvania, we're running into a situation where you can't even get into the lawns now because we've had pretty good flooding. All the lawns are laying underwater, so we're going to have to give it some time to dry out. The weather issue is an issue right now. You know, there are some people in the South, I heard, that, you know, haven't got any rain for weeks. The lawns are drying out, and that's just as bad as this rain deal. So I try to be as aggressive as I can. If I see a 2-hour window, I will go cut a couple, even if it's, you know, even if you can cut just one or two, just to get them off your list. You know, it's supposed to rain. It's raining right now. It's supposed to rain all day today, and it's supposed to be nice Friday, Saturday. But I don't know how many lawns I can really get cut. I will attempt to do it. But this is where the spring rush trap, answering your phone, taking all this extra work, not really knowing how you're going to get it done, not really knowing when you're going to get it done. This is where the trap really squeezes you, and this is where a lot of people end up going out of business, or they make massive decisions on what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. I got to be honest with you. Until you get this down, until you get a calendar book, this is a calendar. Until you get realistic on what you can do, even if you're solo or if you have crews, until you get realistic of what you can do. And you can't go by July cutting times. You got to go by May cutting times. Because July cutting times gets dry and you fly through a lawn and you can do an extra 5, 6, 7. But when rain hits like this really is when, let me read this. I saw Brian on Top Notch was dealing with the same very wet conditions. You know what's interesting about Top Notch is it seems like the weather that they get just transfers over here. It's like they're a day before us. But when you can't finish your schedule every week, you've really lost income. You've really lost income. And that's why it's so important that you get a list of things to do. You find out how much you can do. That's interesting. You know, what's your list? What can you do in a day? What can you do when it rains? And here's the common thing I get. When I start talking like this, other people will say, you don't hear anyone else talking to you about the spring rush trap. They keep go, grind, go, work. For what? Well, you're going to work for what? What are you working for? You're not getting all your work done. You're ticking people off. You're so overbooked that if it rains for 10 minutes during the day, you're screwed. So what are you what are you really doing? What are you really doing? You're not going to make any money. When you miss a week of work, okay, so I got 80 clients, but I can only cut 55 of them a week. But the next week, I'm going to be able to get to those 15, and then I'm going to miss another 15 or 25 or whatever, however much it is, 80 minus 55, So you're 25. You're missing out on 25 possible accounts, and you can never get that income back. It's because you didn't properly plan. You don't. I know I sound like a broken record, but you're not making any money, because by the time you get back, it's on 2 weeks and the grass is higher. You got to cut it higher. I felt last year listening to you about the rush hour. It's not going to happen again in 2019. I'm so happy that someone, that comment means everything to me. This channel isn't about trying to grow and be a YouTube superstar and have, it's honestly, when I got on YouTube, it was Geek to Freak, Top Notch was there, Jeremy was there, he's not there anymore, Spencer's was there, but it wasn't about, it was about a bunch of people encouraging other people. And then obviously it turned into something more. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It turned into entertainment. It turned into sponsorships. It turned into how many clickbaits can I get? How many people can watch this video? There's a formula to it. If you don't think I don't know the formula after all these years on YouTube, if you don't think that I can't grow my channel and have 30,000 subscribers by the end of this year, you're nuts. I could do it easily. I know what to do. Listen, I'll help you. If you want 30,000 subscribers, I'll help. Make a vlog video every day. Do a corny, name your subscribers. Name them. Stripe Nation. Name them Ninjas. Name them Lawn Monsters. Name them whatever you want to name them. Name them. Name them. Brand it. Make it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Have a slick little saying. Do something. You know what I mean? I had one going. The Johnny Most salute. Wipe the eyebrows. That's the Johnny Most salute. You don't think I couldn't market that? You don't think that I couldn't put a t-shirt out, the Johnny Most salute? Do you don't think that I couldn't grow 30,000? Are you crazy? That's not what it was about, man. It was so cool because, I was just a guy out here grinding, mowing, and grinding out lawns and just frustrated. And I turned on YouTube one night and I looked up and Geek to Freak came on and he cracked me up. And then I started watching him daily and realized Spencer's, lawn. There's nothing wrong with those names, but that's what it takes, I don't know. I could call you guys my Mow Masters or something. I could come up with stuff. I'm not stupid. Johnny Most salute, the whole thing. I get it, but it has changed so much, and now everyone's mad at everyone because one channel has more subscribers than the other, and this channel is subliminally talking about this channel, and this channel is subliminally talking about this channel. And everyone's mad at everyone. For what? So what? He has 70,000 and you have 20,000. I have 5,000. Who cares? It's about the information. It's about helping people out. It's about helping people get through their daily lives. Yeah, and that's the thing. And I said this. We're getting a lot of rain. We've got a lot of rain this year. I've said this, and I watched it happen. This rain can turn off in an instant, and lawns can go from this to bang, like now. The conditions are up here in the Pittsburgh area, that if the rain did shut off for about 2 weeks, the lawns have went to seed, so they're on the temperatures are starting to creep into the 80s consistently. And if it shut off for a couple weeks, you would notice it. Yeah, we've had bad flooding here too. Canfield's not too far from us. you're obviously, I think I know who that is. We had really bad flooding here too. Remember Geek the Freak when he wanted to do random overgrown yard and clean? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And that's the video. That's the exact video that I was talking about. It just lifted my spirits. You know, and that's what YouTube used to be about. Now we're doing videos about other YouTube channels. Like one guy, you know, did a whole. There's snakes in the industry. You know, be real. You know, do your thing. You know, when this is what cracks me up. That person, which is, I love his channel. I love his channel. I like his channel. I think it's a great channel. But that same person is copying somebody else. He's doing the exact same thing that someone else does. Has a nickname, ends his video with a little peace. There's 4 or 5 guys that do that. He just got on the scene here not too long ago. Nice guy, love his work ethic, love his stuff, took some suggestions that he said for tools and used them. But the truth is, you're copying somebody. And we're calling someone else snakes in the grass because they don't like one of your buddies. Or, you know, they don't like that particular channel. And that particular channel just, you know, it doesn't really matter if that person is faking a business or if that person is, you know, not who they quite say they are. You know, here's what I know. And this is the guy, one of the guys that people have a lot of problem with, or I see, he came on the scene, he blew up, he gets a bunch of free things. He does some pretty neat comparison videos. Sometimes, to me, he's just out of line with his comparison. You know, young guy, not really knowing equipment, not knowing how to use it. But the guy has a $9,000 trailer. He has his name plastered all over it. He has two massive, great X marks. You know, that X mark's probably 13 grand. And who cares if they gave it to him? Good for him. You know, and I'm like, the guy must be doing some work. I mean, you don't buy $9,000 trailer if you're not doing any work. You know, like it's just a YouTube act. Well, that's an expensive YouTube act, and you know, no offense, but I don't know if he's making that much money off YouTube to do it. But there's a science behind it. There's a science behind the YouTube thing. There's a science behind, you know, link your Instagram account with it. Link your Instagram account. Link your Facebook. SEO. I know all this stuff, but that's just not the point. If that's what you want to do, if you want to build up to 30, 40,000, man, just go do it, man. Just go. That's cool. The community is much more divided now than it's ever been before. And there's some channels I like more than others. Like I like this new guy that came on. I watch his videos. I like him. Some of the older channels that came on, they got real big. I don't watch them that much anymore. Just the content's just not that good anymore. Used to be really good. Now it's just commercials. It's just how it is. I just don't watch them anymore. Occasionally I'll tune in. You know, I'm not mad at Dirt Monkey because he blew up to 300,000. Nah, I'm happy for that cat, man. He did a great job. You know, Keith Kelfus and all them guys. Those are awesome, man. The point of it is, the channel is here to give real life, helpful insight on how to help run your business a little bit better. And one of those things that I see on forums and one of those things I see on videos is people are so overbooked that they can't get their jobs done. They're wasting so much time and effort and money. Just the money that they're wasting is, I feel so bad. I really do. I feel bad. I watch this video and I'm like, man, they're about to crash in 2 years and they don't even know it because they're not getting to their work. They're if it rains for a day, they're screwed. You know, listen, one of the hardest things that you can do, and it seems like they go hand in hand, but they don't. Pay real close attention here. Mulching and mowing. It's like in the ideal world, people would wait for their mulch until the grass slowed down. But see, what happens is there's 2 dates for mulching: Memorial Day and the 4th of July. After the 4th of July, people are on vacation in July and August. They just lose interest. Don't get me wrong. There's some that like, yeah, that's nice. But when kids go back to school in August, summer's considered over. They're not really paying too much attention to what's going on. So Memorial Day and July 4th are the 2 big mulching dates. After that, yo, Johnny Mill, I fell into the spring rush trap hard in my 2nd year in my own still learning. Listen, you're still learning, you're still going. You can always, you're the name on the side of the truck. Anytime that I've got overwhelmed in spring rush trap, I had to remind myself whose name's on the side of the truck, and I've deleted some accounts. I've given them away. I've turned them down, or I gave them to other people. Maybe I did them for a couple weeks and realized, hey, listen, this isn't going to work. You want to be able to get to every single one of your accounts every single week when you're mowing. It's not like mulching. It's not like fertilizing, because if you continually miss a day mowing, especially in the spring, April, May, and June, the grass will keep growing and growing and growing and growing, and it gets harder to cut. That's less money on you, and then all of a sudden you're cutting grass on transport, and you're like, what am I going to do? You're cutting grass on transport, and by the time you come back the next week, it's right back up where it was when you left it, and you're trying to cut it on transport. And then it'll be July by the time you get it caught up, and then after July, you're going to probably start skipping some lawns, and you're just pulling your hair out, and you're like, listen, here's what you want to do. Get yourself a calendar, and write in that calendar 6 hours work a day. Leave an hour and a half in there to do other stuff. 6 hours of mowing a day. Leave yourself an hour and a half in there to start a pruning job or start a mulching job. And then do that 4 to 5 days a week. But Johnny, I'm not going to make enough money to live on. Then do it your way. Book out 10 hours of work every day and miss 30 hours of it at the end of the week. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just telling you to help you. You'll make more money doing it this way. Book out 6 hours of mowing a day. Leave an hour and a half open. That way you can start your trimming jobs. And you still have a life. And let's say it does rain a day. 6 hours of mowing. You can probably add another 3 the next day. You can work a little bit harder the next couple days and catch it back up. Or you can work really hard the next day. You can go from 8:30 in the morning till 8:30 at night and get it all caught up in a day. But if you continue to put 10 hours of mowing in and sell 70 mulch jobs, sell a bunch of fertilizing, landscape installs, you're going to tick everyone off because there's no possible way. And then here's what you're going to do. You're going to get the bright idea. I'm going to go higher. And so you're going to spend all spring training 3-4 different people to try to help you make money. And you're going to lose money in the spring because they're too slow and this and that. It all started because you never got a calendar. You never put the work in here. You just kept, hello. Yes, this is Johnny's mom. Yes, that's great. I would love to do that work. Absolutely. I'll put you on the calendar. I'll put you, yep, okay. Yeah, this is Johnny Mo. I'm going to put you on the calendar. Yep, okay. And and then every year you say this. This is what you say every year. Every year we find a way to do it, Johnny. No. Every year you probably lost $10,000 to $15,000 because you couldn't get your mowing done. What second pruning didn't you get to? The problem with mulching and mowing, they all get hard at the same time. They're hard at the same time. The mowing's difficult. The pruning all needs done by the 4th of July. And by the time August comes, you're so backed up, you're just finally starting to get caught up, and then the second prunings are done. And then September's here, and the grass gets hard again, and then the leaves start falling in October, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there in December. What happened? Where's all my money? What happened? The spring rush trap got you. The rain got you. The rain got you. So what can I do? 6 hours of work with an hour and a half leeway every day to do some of the extra stuff. Only take, now listen, you have Saturday and Sunday. I personally don't like to work Sunday. Have I worked a few Sundays over the years? I have. When I say a few, I mean probably 5 in 23 years. You have Saturday and Sunday to get caught up if something drastically goes wrong. If it rains a couple days, you still have those days. You only have 6 hours of mowing a day. So you have 6, and you can get caught up. And you can get your whole list done. You would make more money with less work because you're not skipping lawns and pushing them out 2-3 weeks at a time, cutting them once a month. And don't tell me that you pushed the mowing account 3 weeks. Oh, I billed them for 3 weeks of cutting in one. No account is going to pay you that. It's not their fault you're backed up. Well, if they don't understand, Johnny, I don't care. I just drop them. Fine, that's good. I'm just saying 6 hours a day. Decide if you want to work Monday through Thursday mowing or Monday through Friday. 6 hours a day with an hour and a half in there for something. You know what I mean? You can prune, get a place ready for an hour and a half each day. Think about it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 hours right there cut out. You can do a lot in 7.5 hours. And then maybe on that Saturday you come in and you mulch it real quick. Maybe you work a half a day, you're done. You're out. That's one way. And then that's how you can get all your jobs done and ready. And it's taken me years to do it. I never realized why my business, I wasn't where I wanted to be until I figured out the spring rush trap. Even when I had employees, it was just one mad rat race to get all this work done. And I never realized how overbooked I was. Never realized it. I mean, I had like 88 mulch jobs. We were doing like 300-400 yards of mulch a year. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? It was nuts. It was just crazy. It was nuts. We were doing 30-yard mulch jobs at a time. 30-yard mulch jobs. You know how long it takes to do 30 yards of mulch? Prune it, edge it. Oh. It took me so long to figure it out. And so that's what I want to do is I wanted to pass that kind of information on. When you're dealing with weather, mowing becomes priority. The landscaping and everything else goes to the side. You want to get your list done every single week. If you're going to have mowing in the mix of your landscape lawn care business, mowing must come first because let's say you have 5 lawns that you carried over to Monday. Well, guess what? Yes, I did. I did, Drew. I did mine Saturday, I believe. It was Saturday? Was it Saturday? Yeah, I did them on Saturday. Whatever day I filmed that and released it, I did it that day. But yeah, it was pretty simple. Not too bad. Easy. Not as easy as the Toros because there's 5. You got to put 5 quarts of oil in each side, but not too bad. But having your schedule, and if mowing is in the mix of that schedule, and you get 5 accounts left over for Monday, you can never bill them for that week. That week's lost. You can always make up that mulch job. You can always make it up. It's a one-time expense. You can always get to it. It's not going to get any harder. Mowing has to be number one. We've had a lot of rain, 80% of this month, and it's like 4 in a time. How the heck does one work with the lawns get so? Yeah, I mean, listen, it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. And you just, honestly, you do the best that you can do. And that's just me telling you, just do the best you can do. You make a mud mark here and there. Maybe when you do your invoicing, make a little note on the invoice. Explain to them that the mud mark is just mud coming to the surface. It's not going to ruin the lawn as long as you didn't rut it. And everything will be fine. Please be patient with me until this weather starts. Most customers know. And honestly, if the customer doesn't know, and now not having a bagger right now is an issue for me. I am struggling a little bit right now this particular week because of all the rain without a bagger. I'd like to just bag over the lawn just one time. Well, guys, that's my time, and appreciate your time. I hope that this video has helped you. Rewatch it again, and we'll talk soon.